AITA for abruptly hanging up on my mom. I, 18M, live with my dad. It was my brother, 15's birthday 4 days ago and I visited to give him a birthday present. It's the 12th book in a book series he's been reading for years now. The thing is, the age range for the books is 8 to 12, so my mom wasn't thrilled. She said he should grow out of the series already and told me I'm in the wrong for encouraging him to continue with it. My mom also called me yesterday to vent about how she couldn't get him to read more age-appropriate books. I told her she should be glad he is reading it all and she kept on saying it's not enough. She kept repeating the point again and again, so I hung up. Dad said I shouldn't have been rude to her and that she kind of had a point. AITA for asking my BF to do the dishes while I am gone. My long time BF live in my place 4 days out of 7 because his place is really small. RN I am in college while he dropped out and is trying for a job. Since he wakes up way after I am gone for college, I ask him to do little tasks like, hey, when you wake up can you do the end of the dishes / takes the trash out, little tasks only. But now he's starting to do small comments about how weird it is for him to do that as my guest, while for me it's normal for him to do 1/2 chores a day since he lives here at my total expense, so rent, food, water, basically everything. But I genuinely don't know if I am right here, probably not, so I would really like answers here, smiley face. AITA for what I wore in front of my boyfriend's friend 2 days ago. My 21F boyfriend, 23M, had his friends over. I knew they were coming since he'd told me the night before. It was really warm, surprisingly, and all I was wearing was a sports bra, sort of low cut, and kinda tight shorts. I sat on the couch next to my boyfriend for a little while, whilst they played some game on the TV, and then I went to get some lunch. By the time I was finished eating they had left and my boyfriend completely blew up at me. He said I was dressed like that for attention. I made all his friends stare at me. I knew what I was doing and that I should have covered up as soon as I saw them. He stormed out and since he came home he's barely spoken to me. AITA? Should I have worn something less revealing? AITA my father recently passed away and my co-worker took it upon herself to tell people instead of letting me speak to whom I wanted to. My father passed away suddenly, very recently. He was 67, heart failure. I was back at my workplace, it's been just a couple of days, and grief is still quite fresh. I told one of my colleagues, and she has proceeded to tell other colleagues of mine, without my knowledge, so some of them have come in and talked to me, without me being able to approach each situation. I'm upset, and very irate with my colleague for talking about my loss with people. I feel like it was up to me to speak to people, when I'm ready. I lost my temper with her, and she's guilted me that she did it so I didn't have to have the awkward conversation about a loss of a loved one with them. That she did it for my well-being, and such, and me being angry with her isn't fair. Am I the A / shoal? Overreacting, or is she out of line? AITA telling my uncle to get F / cked after telling me I can't wear pink. I, 18M, love the color pink, always have. I've never cared, it's a girl's color, and I guess I was lucky to have a mom who didn't care either and would buy me and my siblings things regardless of color or gendering without all the weird no, it's for girls / boys, some other parents do. It's been really cold lately, so Eve been wearing this really warm hoodie I have that happens to be pink. It's nice and fluffy and oversized, I love the thing. Anyways, my uncle came over yesterday and he can be a bit of a P / ick. He was immediately taking the P / SS out of my hoodie and eventually told me to take it off, that I shouldn't be wearing pink. To that I told him to get F / cked, after that he got huffy and left 10 minutes later calling me an ass. AITA? Am I the only one that finds pregnancy gross? I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm getting older and with that comes the question of marriage and a family. It always comes up in dating because most women tend to want kids, but I can't help but just feel grossed out by the entire process. To me it's not magical or beautiful or even cute. The idea of me seeing my partner with an inflated belly and then eventually giving birth is a huge turn off, and not just S / Zuli. I'd feel weird even looking at them afterwards or touching them. It could be as simple as a hug. I know she wants kids and she's willing to not have kids for me, but I don't want to take that away from her. I don't want to rob her of that experience, of motherhood. Any advice on how I can try to get over this? I want to be better. Boyfriend wants to cheat me. 22F dating 21M, been together 5 years. I have a car and he doesn't, so he was talking about how he can't wait to get his car blah blah blah, then out of nowhere he says, I can't wait to get my car so I can cheat, then starts laughing, saying it's just a joke. I kind of felt hurt and weirded out by that joke. Was I overreacting? prior to this I had a 3-day weekend birthday beach trip with a hotel, and let's just say he didn't touch me not once, and I also felt hurt because we're young and shouldn't be going through this so early, so that's why I took the joke to heart in a way. Let's just say if I were to say this, all hell would have broken loose, so that's kind of how you know we don't even play that ever grinning face with sweat. How do I cope with the death of my baby girl 2 weeks ago? Today I gave birth to my beautiful little girl stillborn. There are just no words to describe the soul-shattering heartbreak and complete and utter devastation of one day thinking your baby is fine and the next being handed your still, silent baby and being told she died. That horrible realization that she will never take a breath or hold your thumb, you will never get to look down into her perfect eyes, hear her precious laugh or see her smile and grow, and having to leave the hospital without her, never to hold her in my arms again. 2 weeks on, and the raw, breathtaking, and soul-deep pain is still as raw and overwhelming as it was that first day. Reddit, how do I get through this? I'm drowning in my pain and struggling to see a way out. I, 23M, had a /*x and now I am angry with myself, so I, 23M, went out for a night of drinking with a friend group from school, about 30 people. When we were planning on going to another bar, a hot girl, 23F, from the group called me over and started kissing me. About 10 minutes later we were going at it in the restroom. After that we said our goodbyes, she went home and I went to the other bar and joined the rest of the group. However, I just found out, 2 days later, that she has a long-distance boyfriend that just flew in from America today, to Europe, so I can't imagine it's cheap, and that she hasn't seen in 6 months. Now I am wondering if I should text the boyfriend and tell him what happened or just shut up. A portion of the friend group also know what happened and apparently knew she had a boyfriend. So internet strangers, what should I do? I, F17, want to give up, but I need reasons not to. Corona took away my prom, graduation, senior year, took away me seeing my dad until November because he's an essential worker, delivers fuel. April and OV away from home the whole time, and I just found out I no longer have the job opportunity one had to pay for college in the fall. I see no reason to keep going and do my schooling, etc. I'm the mom friend of my group, the advice giver, but this time I need the advice. Note, I am not /isidle, I just don't care about anything anymore. I do have depression, and it's gotten worse over quarantine, but I'm not at risk of harming myself physically in any way, shape or form, so when I say I have nothing left I just mean I'm going numb, ***. Edit, I'm doing better mentally now guys, thanks for all the kind words, smiley face. At this point I've accepted what I've lost and moved on to planning for the future.